As I speak to you currently, I'm standing close to the GCB tower, and I can see glowing clouds out here inside. It is burning, and I can see the fire just in front of me. I'm just going through the flash to see if I can get a little bit closer. Now it looks to me like the filling station. Yes, it's close to the filling station. And just like 300 meters away from the filling station, the fire is entering onto the market, getting close to the market.
Well, Miss, let me say, Johnny Piaffa. See, Debbie. Maybe I would say, Jana.
What's your son?
Let me do you. Let me say, house. Chairman, sir. I've had how many men? I didn't see her. This one, my how can I? What?
For so far, I'm in for almost the bear 5. I've said me drive a new Hanum, Calvin call Kwan Peter, Sakula, what you say? Aquaba, queer friend away. Atta Omunina, Omo, Philip also count, Philip Nina, Omo. I just sound cry, on that body now. Go on.
In all instances, I'll say it's been shambolic. It's probably because somebody feels, or some institution feels, that if we're going all out to try and get things done the way it's supposed to be, some big fishes may be found complicit. And so because of that, we have to do things or look elsewhere or shield people or cover up.
It is shameful. I mean, this is the 2nd anniversary, but I'm not surprised because it's very typical of Ghana. I mean, how many times has the fire service even made a report of any fire incident public? They don't do it, and so we are unable to learn any lessons, but they expect the citizens to change their attitudes. How do they change their attitudes when you're not telling them exactly what led to the situation? So I think it's a shame.
You see, on June 3rd, it was a number of issues together. On that particular day, the fire compounded issues. If the fire had not come, we may not have seen it as bad as it was. But then also, somebody said nature conspired against us. It was raining heavily on that day, and at the time, the tide also. It was high tide, so at the Kole, where the water was supposed to go into the sea from the Odo, at high tide, you have water flowing back this way. So it was a combination. The rainfall coincided with the high tide. So it was difficult for the water to go into the sea at that particular time. And of course, we had also caused the trouble for ourselves. The Odo was substantially silted up. More, I think about 1/3 of the volume had been taken away by siltation. And, you know, we have a challenge. The drain from Nima, which passes through Paloma, goes under the road and appears somewhere behind GCB. And it is under the ground and appears over there. So the place where it was supposed to appear, the Odo was full. So the water which was going into, it could not go. Another strong, water is coming in another huge drain and it cannot go. So there was a backing up all the way up to behind Paloma down there. So it was a number of issues. And the duration, the engineers will tell you that the storm intensity and duration. We had high intensity over a short duration, and that was the cause of the problem. It was an unfortunate situation. And then the fire accounted for majority of the deaths, which was in itself, somebody could say a fluke. Yes, we're not prepared for that kind of thing. But that can happen at any time, storm or no storm.
But when you say, "Menona, so na yiri wo, ahanyina, na ese obi a amanfo so abe park o mo cars a mo so mo twen say, so na yiri no, esin ko wi a na obi a koni ba bi. Ejina won mo sa na amoma light off. Emo na agrada no pa ye. Agrada no pa ye no boy bi wo fie anu se ni boutique or container na so fie na ahye no. Na boy bi wo no ni fie no nti ogina soro ana omo hwe wo fom. Ana oye dede tiam ka che se eja to odon na market wo. A na muso no so a eba aha sei. Ti o kan sa no na ese obi a pe ba bi afa. O kan na no ansi na ja na pie wo. Junction on ma eba ye so Satan filling station so a eba. Na fi obi adwane. Ti mi esa no. Nyame na ma me adwe na me flow wall no. Me flow wall na me gina jingo container no so. Ti mi nanti container no so no ma ba efi o no. Mi ti ase ana obu ye na ja no fu. Ene pie for container no top na be farm anim sei. Ti esa no man kofi obi o na me san samachi to me ko to nsuo no mu back. Ti mi ko to nsuo no mu bie mu. Ti mi run nsuo no mu a na ma pie na ja no emu abie. Mi run ma na ma pie na emu abie. Mi run ma na ma pie na emu abie. Na mi hu se aduane si wona nyame ma ma adwen sa aduane si no a ho no. Na me ko flu dua no. Na me tena so. Ti on ma me ti filling station boom. Oh, I need an answer. Timmy will say, Jana to a room. Cassia, as soon as car cry, now rough you are say. If you also are used to sitting down in a man, blastic, now, Fede, a mom of your crumb to take good so no. Hi, a same way. I am person my car, but I'm not bizarre.
You be one say, if you at that side, your back, if you say you will all the quam. If your back are not be face your precope, into whom baby or be fat. Insurance, so I am my way you. And you went to me in your name, won't you anymore, sir. And now, quite say, insurance jandia, oh, why? A moody over train may be a big cool. If it's insurance, your woman, your niche, I say, insurance crowd checker. Now, Winnie Pampo. Tonight, as I wanted dear, I cheat a ratty. A journey bassam, medium woman, dear, me family, dear, me answer. My bonfire said, oh, what dear, no minimum 7 cents, you minimum jarry. Not the ensure and I me told my memory. And a giant so a semi a memory. And the eye, dear. And the men one say, machines, you know. Bonfire the man say, machines, you know. Machines you and many to see me, man, who she be. No quarry, the American, many dear me who she, is a many women nash. Bear my soul, and I meditate as some man can.
Me plus my wife, my junior brother, and one sister. I supposed to take them to go to home, but I tried to go, but the water everywhere water. My wife just he told me that there was a fire, that I just take them to run away. 10 minutes ago, the fire just catch my head. I tried to save myself. I can't. They are all dead. My wife, my junior brother, and my sister. That day, he like, I know what to do. Yeah, I just control myself. And the advice the doctor told me, I just control myself. Not easy for me. Yes. Thank God, still I'm alive. Buy medicine. Because after the dischargement, if you are the road medicine I buy, apart from that, but I came back. That one, they took me that because before I came back, I go to administration. They take me back again. If that one, I can't pay the bills. Even the dress I use a day about 1,700 a day. I used to about 1 week. Today be 1 week. Not be easy. The work I work, it will be like the first I have my strong. I manage to do this small. I do 6 to the corner 50 Ghana. Sometimes I get 30 Ghana, 20, 30. Because I don't have more strong to overwork. Sometimes somebody can stop me dropping. After that, they can say that, oh, you know interested to take my car, drop it again, make a move. So if they see me, my body, no, they will say that make a move. So because of that, if I go work, after that, if I go work, I can manage heat. I go morning time at least 6 o'clock.
Nti omu frefre say aban se opese oye bibi ma nti yemla na ye bae e ba be hia ya no omu de yakọ asole wo NS Blues o bebi am pie eye no he yakọ asole no mbọ mpa ye ma ye nyina na omu san fa yakọ top one mu na omu koye aduane ma ese ye ni na aban ba be ma esika bi satam no ye wo no omu ye se aban ba be ma esika bi etiti o na de sign na ja omu close ye na ye de obi akọ ni fie afei ba nyumle abeti o radio say aban say wa mai 100 million me kwa nya me 100 million de me amete ya ne me nanfo bi ni me nua bi mu aminim de ye nsan kan bi ye e ma yetu wan na mo nante saa ye ko nadmo ne ade ye ko vandapo e wono mo no wa mai date ne anante saa o ma mai hwe up to now
say nyina o how de ye wo bim eno kra de haye kakra kasia kra ne se ahoden ne de ye bibia wo se metan hwe de maye nyese mete me gina me ho hyehye me pa wo me video ye ni ahoden kitikiti se wo mugu so sa ban ya wa ban wo to aso ahwe yen ene ye muamu se de mo yetimi hu.
Last year, June 3rd, first anniversary. Before 2 days to anniversary, they give me 10,000 to help myself. But because of that time, I know where. And that money I spent to do transportation, to my school fees, my children's school fees, and myself. The money, the 10,000, not take long. that time I have problem with my ear. So that time, if they wrote me, I buy medicine.
June 3rd is a function of a number of things, but we have to take them one after the other. Fire. There was a flood and there was fire. Fire needs three things to really get, to become the inferno it was. One, it needs fuel, it needs oxygen, and it needs a spark. You can't do too much about oxygen. And in our line of job, it's our responsibility to actually keep fuel safe. Hydrocarbons were definitely displaced. And the fire report, which has not been seen but has already only been spoken about by some of the fire officers, suggests that it was displaced because some underground tank was not well closed. That has to be looked into. Who faltered in this role? If you faltered in making sure that fuel was not exposed to spark, then you take responsibility for it. The policy people, the government agencies, those who had responsibilities to make sure possibly their odor was well desilted. Did they do their job? People must be held accountable all through the chain. Why did the flood happen? Who failed to do his job to make sure the flood possibly wouldn't have happened the way it did? Who failed to do his job to make sure fuel will not be exposed to spark? Because you can't do anything about oxygen either. Whoever faulted has to be dealt with. Until, as a country, we start holding people accountable, people will not really change.
Giving the noise, the global noise and attention that this case received and the promises from governments, monies were poured into funds. There were different private accounts set up. Media houses themselves even set up various funds. Monies were coming in. Yet, months after the incident, the newsroom, people in the newsroom, we've sent people out to go cover them, and the stories they tell you are heartbreaking, that since it happened, all the promises have really not come to fruition.
If somebody is held responsible, it gives them closure that this is what happened, this is the person responsible, and justice is being done, we are seeing justice, then it gives them closure. Closure is so important. It is not happening, and we've just left the people to their fate. Our second anniversary in a couple of weeks, I think, we will talk about June 3, and then we'll forget about it. And then 2018, we'll come back and talk about June 3. We've become a nation of talkers. What is happening to us? I think, number one, the authorities responsible for regulation are not really on top of issues. When this issue of the Guel filling station came up, suddenly they were following, each other in droves with pressmen and women behind them to go to communities where filling stations are sited, in the residencies of people. That is knee-jerk. We had to wait for such a major catastrophe to happen before we realized that it is important to go out and monitor. That was like a 9 days wonder. They've stopped. Nobody cares now. And I can tell you for a fact that in the next few days, they will start again because they know very well that the June 4 celebration is around the corner. So that's what we do. So I think that government has failed. Successive governments have failed. We are not strengthening our institutions to do their work. We're not putting the right people in our institutions. And I think the media as well, we wait till June 3 is around the corner, and then we start doing the stories again. Have we been able to hold anybody accountable?
150 people have died. We haven't seen anyone go to jail for it. We haven't seen anybody fined to make payments, hard cash, so that they will regret their actions and then prevent it in the future. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. The boss now, at the time, is a member of parliament. We haven't seen him. He, in fact, actually said he owes no one an apology for what happened at the time. I think someone should be questioned. Someone should have been facing some trial of a sort by now. But nothing has happened. And the victims have just died. And they've died in vain.
That's another thing. I mean, when things like this happen, the reports, you know, a committee is set up to look into it. They come up with their reports, and we're supposed to have that report freely made available to anybody at all. That's the least we could do for the people who have died as a result, that they will know that their lives, they didn't die in vain. At least something good came out of it. But then you don't get that. And I feel that because they're looking at the several organizations that would have been drawn into this, and government agencies that have been drawn into this to make them look bad, maybe somebody's deciding that let's keep rats. But let's hope that there's a new administration, and probably that new administration will be more committed to want to see this report put out, so that if there's anything in there that we're supposed to learn from, we can use that and correct whatever wrongs there are in the system.
I still live with the trauma of it. Every time I recall what happened, it breaks my heart. It shatters my senses sometimes. But I'm still hopeful that in the midst of all the disappointments that we've seen, somebody must just do their job. As simple as that.
The lessons we have learned, we've held workshops, I have participated in a number of them. The actions that were expected to be implemented, were they implemented after we learned the lessons? That is where my problem is. We learned the lessons. We said never again. These things should not happen again. We made all the pledges and then all of that. I remember in one of the discussion panels I was in, one of the former mayors of AMA, he said, oh, we should prepare tea next year. A mayor from 20 years ago, he said we should prepare tea, get everything ready. Next year, they'll be flooding in Accra, I will be invited again. So make sure you have your snack ready to invite us to come and talk. And we'll come and say the same thing, and that thing will happen next year. Very sad.
It shouldn't happen. And you know, interestingly, politicians were eager to come and celebrate to come and partake in the 1-year anniversary. And the NPA had the slogan, never again. I don't choose the word I want to use, but that was neither here nor there. Never again, but then again, the gas explosion happened. Thereafter, Takrady has happened. A number of things will continue to happen till we start drilling down and holding people accountable. And that's the role of government. That's also our role as a people, as citizens. We must demand that accountability.